The most controversial documentary is back. What's up, guys? I'm the Wave Report. I'm back in the building with another banger. I wanted to officially and properly give credit to the thiny. Now, you will see a lot of footage of his towards the end of the video. Click the link in the description to go follow and support him. Also, if you see any of your footage in this video, reach out so you can properly get credit. Now, shout out to these fans. Without you guys, all 15,900 of you, this would not be possible. Thanks for holding me down when I was sick. Also, click the link in the description so you can join the Discord, as the podcast will be returning very soon. And on top of that, if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, what a time to be alive. Make sure you follow my second channel called The Lore of Combat, as I will be posting new content over there. Look at this, the Mortal Kombat Files, Defenders of the Realm. It's The Lore of Combat, 1 hour documentaries. This channel has so much content. If you're a Mortal Kombat fan, this is your brand new favorite and exclusive place to be. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and start this documentary. Remember to take everything with a grain of salt, and I'm super excited to be back. More content coming soon. Let's begin.
Trigger warning. None of this information has been officially confirmed by NRS. All information being provided by someone who claims to have inside information on the upcoming MK12 project. Please take these videos with a huge grain of salt and enjoy them as they are. Again, these leaks are not official. By watching beyond this point, you accept that this content is entertainment only. The Wave Report. Our show begins.
What's up, guys? Wave Report back in the building with another banger. Now today, as you can tell by the title of this video, we're gonna be getting super deep into Mortal Kombat 12 and what's to come. Before we do that, if you're watching this video for the first time, allow me to properly welcome you to my documentary. This is called the Mortal Kombat 12 documentary, Krypt and Conquest Datamined. That's what we're going to be getting into. So I'm getting ready to put something up here on your screen. I need you to pay close attention to what I'm going to be showing you. Now, I do want to say we did a fantastic job with the Onaga documentary that has done over 60,000 views. We also did a Shinnok documentary, which was great as to why Shinnok is still alive and why Shinnok is involved in Kronika's plan. Did he and Cetrion know that his mother was going to do this here? That's the biggest question, so check that one out. And lastly, I did a Mortal Kombat 12 documentary where I was basically talking about, you know, what we can expect from the leaks that I have when it comes to characters, along with some theories and some common sense. Now that we got that out the way, let me go ahead and pop this up here on your screen. I want you to take a look at this. This is a data mine file, okay? So if you pay attention to it closely enough, don't worry, it's a video, it's gonna move. You can see this action being performed, which is to open something up. Okay, so we know that that's in the game. I wanted to show you that first, so that way you can take me serious. That allows you to open things up. Now we're gonna get directly into the data mines. Yeah, we getting right into it today. That's what we doing. We getting right into it. So I'm gonna pop this here on your screen. Now, as you can see here, this is Cassie burying something in the ground. She literally just buried something. And the stuff that you build will grow value over time. Now, when you hide those things, others will be able to find it because everybody will be in the same crypt at the same exact time. That's what they're working on. Now, it was not intentionally meant to be that way, because in MK11, you were going to be in crypts, but things were going to pop up. You would be in just kind of alone like you was in MK11. So before we get into that, let me actually do me a favor real quick. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on post notifications, as this is your #1 source and exclusive place for daily Mortal Kombat content. Now, let's pick up where we left off. So basically, that was supposed to be in Mortal Kombat 11, but of course, like I said, it did not make it in time. So all of this stuff is being used for 12, which gives them way more time to polish everything, to work on everything, which I'm super excited about. So when I tell you that the Krypt is going to be co-op, that's going to be great. Now, there's also talks about the Krypt and Conquest mode being merged into one, because that is what the ultimate goal was, to have the Krypt become more like a conquest mode where you can do side missions and things of that nature, almost like in the other conquest modes that we had in previous games. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pop this up here on your screen also. Pay attention to this. Now, you see what she's doing here. Pulling something out of the ground, something of a rare artifact that she was able to find. I showed it to you twice because I want you to get a good look at it. So once you put something into the ground, you have to protect those items. You can set up traps so you can catch other people who are trying to steal your items. Basically, that's what that is. I think that's pretty dope. And don't worry, in the future, we will be going over what type of traps that you can set. But again, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you can stay notified about all the leaks and data mines for Mortal Kombat 12 that is coming up. So once you hide these items will grow in rarity. They will grow in rarity, and you can be able to hide stuff to kind of help your friend out, tell them where you hid it, and they can go get some items to kind of unlock gear pieces so they can forge new items. And the forge is going to be a massive part of MK12 also. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pop this up here on your screen too. Take a look at this. Now you see this? This is telekinesis right here. Which combat fighter do we know that do telekinesis? We know Ermac to do that. Now that's not to say Kenshi can't do it or whatever the case is. So Kenshi power and Ermac power is meant to be in this mode here. How it plays a part, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I do not know. Only thing I do know, Ermac was supposed to be in the game, but Ermac got scrapped. Now, the character that we were playing as, I know he did have Kenshi's blindfold. So with that being said, him having Kenshi's blindfold, it makes more sense that he would have had this telekinesis power, because we had something similar where we can kind of activate something to see spirits and all that other stuff. So I want to say that was something for him to be used that never got used. I'm being completely honest with you here, guys. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pop this up here on your screen too. Take a quick look at this. Now, as you can see, she's pulling something out of the ground. This is what happens when you find somebody else's items. You pull them out of the ground, you keep it for yourself. You can go and cash in this item at the what's the name of that thing? You can go and have this item forged, or you can sell this item to someone in the Krypt. I'm not sure if the collector is going to return, but the collector is the person that you can trade items with in MK11. So I'm assuming that he will return in Mortal Kombat 12 and probably be a non-playable character, but somebody you still can interact with. That's how you make Conquest mode good, by including characters that did not get a chance to make the story. So you put them in the Krypt. That is the best way to go about that. This is why the Krypt is going to be one of the most used features. Why you think they were so eager for the Krypt to be online, so that way people cannot say, hey, just run the E6 and open that grave and you'll get everything out of it. No, they wanted it to run online for a reason. It's been up since the game came out, and it is fantastic. It works perfectly for them. Now I'm gonna pop this up here on your screen also. Check this out. Watch this here. Watch this. All right, kick. Now this here, you're able to kick open treasure chests, so that way you can see what's inside of them and everything. It's a small minor action, something that you may be able to shuffle between how you open them now and how you may open them in MK12. Now I'll tell you this, when I say that they want you to be online with the Krypt, it's so they can shuffle things out. They're looking to increase the replay value of the Krypt so everyone can play the game and not just have some guy beat the whole game and put it on YouTube and everybody follow his tutorial. No, that's not how you get an MK experience. You get an MK experience by randomizing everything. So making things randomized, that'll keep people playing for years, because it's always something different when you play. Now, if they are going to move forward with bringing customization into the game, imagine being able to go find some of those. Now, I am told by my source that you will be able to do Krypt events, kind of like how Ed Boon would tweet them out, and you will have to go find stuff, and whoever would get there, you can get it. But in 12, it's like first come, first serve. I know that's going to piss a lot of people off, but items will be available for a small time limit, so you will be able to get them. Now, I'm going to pop this up here on your screen also. Take a look at this. This is going to be something else I want you to witness here. So give us a second to load. And you see this here. This is digging. You'll be able to go and dig places. When you're able to dig places, you'll be able to find certain items that were mentioned, like forging items and things of that nature, basically. So I just wanted to pop that up there to let you know they're coming hard for Mortal Kombat 12. I will be purchasing this game as soon as it's available for pre-order. And mind you, Mortal Kombat 12 is going to be on PS5. That's going to be the main focus. Now, and a lot of you are going to be like, what? It's not coming to Mortal Kombat? It's not coming to PS4? Yes, it's going to come to PS4, but it's going to operate better on the PS5 because they'll be able to take advantage of all of that space, all of the loading times and things of that nature. Now, if you haven't seen my previous DVD, if you haven't seen my previous documentary about Mortal Kombat 12, I recommend you go watch it. Ed Boon did say loading time is extremely important to him in that documentary. So I recommend that you go check it out. It's going to be at the end of this video, so you can check that out there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pop this up on your screen here too. This is throwing. This is a motion to throw something. Now, I'm not sure how this is gonna work here where you can throw stuff. I'm assuming you may need to hit some bells. Maybe you can throw something at somebody or whatever the case is, but that animation is definitely there for a reason. So what are you gonna be throwing? Maybe you can pick up some rocks. You can throw some rocks to solve some puzzles. I think solving puzzles is gonna be what gets you a lot of things, but I can confirm from my source that puzzles will be returning. You thought the puzzles in MK11 were annoying? Wait till you see the ones in 12. We're talking Tomb Raider style puzzles, and you're gonna have to solve these by yourself. However, you can send an invite to one of your friends where you can solve some puzzles that will require 2 people on the screen at the same time. This will help solve the conquest mode issue, the co-op issue, and it'll solve the Shaolin monks issue because you'll be able to fight monsters and demons just like in MK11. You can fight all those monsters. Well, those monsters were beta monsters, and guess who was the test dummy? You were. So they use you to test out how these things will work and go, maybe we should add somebody else up in here and kind of let it be 2 players and stuff. So you'll be able to see them on your map, or you guys can follow each other, that type of stuff. So that's what's going to make Mortal Kombat fun and make them different from any other fighting game. That's what's going to be the great part about it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pop this up here on your screen. Check out this animation here. This is the animation of you falling. Now, to the best of my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, I do not remember a portion of the Krypt where you can fall to your death or fall in some lava. I do not remember that. So you can correct me if I'm wrong, but just seeing this animation in the files kind of gives me the idea that you will be able to do a lot of dangerous stuff, like jumping on stuff that will require you to fall to your death. Now, and I do know in the Krypt that you can get hit by all of these items and it can kind of knock you in something, or you can get squished, you can get caught by the majority of the traps that they have. But I personally do not remember seeing that one myself. So you can sound off in the comments, let me know, hey, you're wrong, that's already in the game, or you can say, no, that's not in the game. You know, your theory may have some validation to it, you know. So I just wanted to point that one out too. But guess what, we're not done. I have an entire hour-long video that you're watching right now with nothing but data mines and leaks that I can back up to some degree to help with my argument, because I know it's gonna be a lot of you mad people in the comment section, but for those of you with open minds, I truly appreciate you. You know, we love talking about Mortal Kombat, and that's what makes this channel great, because you get to be yourself without judgment. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pop this up here on your screen, and I'm gonna block out another part. This is a jumping animation. I do not remember jumping in Mortal Kombat 11, not that I can remember. Now, and if you got any leaks that you want to send me, this is my email here on the screen. You know, if you want to talk business, you want to hook me up with a sponsorship, you want to send some fan art, send me some questions, like I said, leaks, content submission, I'll help promote some of your stuff. Reach out to me. That is my email. I am very accessible. I do check my email and I do respond. So yeah, like I was saying, I do not remember seeing that animation in the game. You know, I haven't played in a while because, you know, I finished the game. I've been working on a lot of other things. So that's why I'm going to rely on the audience for you guys to, you know, make sure we can educate each other. But I do not remember that action being in the game at all. So it's looking like we're really going to be going on an adventure in Mortal Kombat 12, and I love the fact that they have all this extra time to work on it and they did not just stuff it into Mortal Kombat 11, because we were supposed to get a Krypt update. We were supposed to get that. Remember, now I'm gonna pop this on your screen here. This is a climbing animation. I most certainly do not remember climbing this, and if I'm not mistaken, this is a climbing tree animation, climbing wall or climbing ladder, something like that. So we will be climbing stuff. So it's gonna be almost like a Tomb Raider type of event where we're basically just exploring and learning, and that's all I ever wanted to do. And the fact that there's rumor that they're going to allow us to create our own character, I think that's what's going to hit the Mortal Kombat fans directly in the heart, because they have everything they need to balance the game out. I mean, they can control the slots on special moves, all types of stuff, and even ban moves from professional play, which is dope. So I'm gonna pop this up here on your screen too. Now, this is another animation that I want you to pay attention to. This is a hop off animation. So it's like you climb up a tree or you climb up a vine and then you hop off to another location. So they really gonna be taking us on this adventure. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm super excited for this adventure because I love games that have high replay value, a game that you can pick up 2 weeks later and stumble upon something that you never stumbled upon before. And like I said, the fact that they can control the Krypt, what's in it, and add things and remove things is just fantastic to me. I really love gaming in 2021 because the games are becoming so unpredictable. Look at Grand Theft Auto being the most highly grossing entertainment property ever. I would love to see that from Mortal Kombat, and I truly believe that we can get there, you know. So by them having a well-polished fighting game with a Krypt mode mixed with conquest mode and co-op and things of that nature, I just know it's going to be good. NRS has always been ahead of their time, and if they decide to bring tag team mode back, I think that would be great, because there's more people playing and taking Mortal Kombat 11 serious than they did for the previous game that had tag team. It just was not there for everybody. Now let me go ahead and pop this on your screen here. Now pay attention to this. This is the animation, of course, falling and dying on one of the spikes. This is the same way that Ermac died in the Krypt, and Ermac, Hydro, and a couple of other ninjas died here. Ermac was not the only one, so I wanted to put that up there on the screen. Now the argument could be made that that's just the animation for Ermac, but I'm willing to say that that's an animation for your character when you fall from doing all of that jumping and you fall on one of the spikes and you die. That's what I want to say about that. So to me, it's honestly looking like this is going to be a free-for-all, and it seems like this is where people are going to spend the majority of their time. Imagine going to the different realms. Now, a lot of you saying, that's not possible. Why would they send us to different realms? Well, they've been testing this since MKX. When MKX came, they had us going through portals and everything. And then here in MK11, there are no portals. They already tested it in X, like I said, and I'm gonna say it again. Mortal Kombat 11 was a beta game when it came to graphics and making sure the entire engine run the way it's supposed to run, and they come back with something good. For example, WWE 2K20 was trash. It was a very bad game. It was supposed to be a beta game, but that beta game did not go right. It was a disaster. But WWE 2K22, it hits different. Trust me, if you've seen the trailer or you're a WWE fan, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, do some quick research. So I just know, and I gotta say, I just know, I gotta keep saying that because I feel it. This is gonna be something super duper fantastic, and the fact that they're going out of their way to make this happen, it just shows that they're going to make the 30th anniversary for Mortal Kombat 12 one of the most memorable Mortal Kombat releases. Take that how you want to take it. Now I'm gonna pop this up here on your screen too, because I got more to show you. This basically is just the death animation here of what I showed you before. Now this right here, this is you opening a portal. Basically, that's you opening a portal, activating the portal so you can go through it. So as mentioned, there's going to be several areas such as the Living Forest. I can go ahead and confirm that the Living Forest will be one of the areas that you go through. And don't worry, I'm going to show you Datamined leak proof that the living forest was in the coding of Mortal Kombat 11, but we both know with the right common sense, this is going to be transferred over to MK12, and my source has confirmed that this will be transferred over to MK12. So they're sitting on a lot of unused characters and a lot of unused content. So the unused character they're sitting on is Ash Williams, Ermac, Smoke. They're sitting on Reptile. They're sitting on a lot of people that did not get to make the game. So the roster kind of writes itself already, which is tremendous, by the way. So there's a lot of work they don't have to do, as well as, you know, just kind of get everything done when it comes to cooking up the story mode. They can do what needs to be done. So I wanted to bring that to your attention. Now we're already 20 minutes in. If you can do me a favor, if you could smash that subscribe button and turn on post notifications, that would mean the world to me, as I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan and I look to be the very best that no one ever was. If you get that, put it in the comment section. LOL. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pop this up here on your screen also, so we can continue this documentary. Have a look at this. Now, this right here is another animation that I really want you to pay attention to. So this is basically you, I should say, counseling your request. This would be you counseling your request, or whatever the case is. You can look at the screen and see exactly what it is for yourself, just in case I got that wrong. But my job is to put it up here on the screen so you can read it. Yes, I am going to make you read by putting things here on your screen. So as you can see, we are technically advanced in this new Krypt that we're supposed to be getting. And I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm not gonna hold you. I just know this is where I'm going to be spending a lot of my time, because I'll give you an example. They tested out the new customization with the Injustice game. They tested it out, and the customization in Injustice 2 was through the freaking roof. Now, they were gearing up Mortal Kombat 11 by changing their clothes. No more skimpy outfits. They have them dressed and ready for battle, ready for war. You know, and in Injustice, they kind of did the same thing where you can put all of this armor on the characters and stuff. Now, Mortal Kombat 12 has this small customization system, which really wasn't all of that good to me. It was just small, but we're going to be getting a larger customization system that's going to allow us to edit more things about the character, which is going to allow us to make them our own. So when we see people, you can go, hey, that's a cool Scorpion. I love the way you put this color with that color. And those type of things are going to happen, instead of it just being palette swaps with different colors, which we did not get a lot of for different characters, and that bothered a lot of people, especially for the DLC people. It was just basically palette swaps for different outfits. Now, Sonya did have some really good outfits, and so did Johnny Cage and a couple of more people. And that is why we're looking forward to the fully customizable world of MK12. We really want to dig in and just be able to be fully personalized. I mean, they got a store, which is going to play a huge part of MK12. Also, because they like making money, they were able to put new moves, a lot of rare items and things of that nature, so they will be able to give us throwbacks. Now I'm gonna put this on your screen here so you can have a look at this. Now, if you're wondering what this is, that is the teleportation intro. So I wanted to put that in front of you so you can kind of see what's going on there. It's basically the thing that the special forces use, type on their arm, and kind of get whatever request it is that they're looking for. So now that we got that out of the way, we kind of covered that part. Now we're moving into proof. So the proof for the things that I'm telling you is going to happen here. I'm getting ready to put something here up on your screen in a second, but I want to take a quick few minutes to quick couple of seconds to promo. If you have not seen the One Being Onaga DVD, then I want you to go check it out. Yes, I'm aware Onaga is not the one being, and I love the fact that you guys get so upset when I say that, but at one point in time he was the one being. He did become that, or whatever the case is. So we're not going to act like he didn't. I don't care if it was in his ending. I don't care if it wasn't canon. At some point it happened. But I am aware that the one being, it has been split into the realms, and that he is not Onaga. I know that. All right. So listen, let's go ahead and move on with this documentary. If you still got an issue with that, you can fight me in the comment sections or whatever. So listen, let's go ahead and pop this up here on your screen, and we're gonna dig into this. Now I'm gonna use something to block out the rest of the information because I will be unveiling it in a minute. Now let's build credibility. When it comes to credibility, these are the characters that were supposed to be in the game, which was Cyber Frost, Joker, Nightwolf, Shang Tsung, Shao Kahn, Sindel, Spawn, and Terminator, which we did end up getting. You're probably wondering, why the heck are you showing me this? Well, I wanted to show you this to prove that data mines are real. As you can see, there's Christmas here, there's New Year's here, things about the amulet, the secret background, all types of stuff, fatalities, everything. So just have a really good look at this and kind of let it sink in. Kind of let it sink in that we did get all of this content from this data mine that was provided. Now, once you're able to wrap your mind around it and go, okay, well, yeah, I get exactly where he's coming from because we did get those things, then you will be able to continue the documentary beyond this point. If you for some reason cannot believe what I'm saying when I'm trying to tell you here, then maybe this documentary is not for you. Now, so let me go ahead and start explaining what happened with some of these links. Now, so I'll tell you this much. We both know Ash Williams was supposed to be in the game. That did not happen due to licensing issues and things of that nature. So even he was teased in the Combat Back commercial that they put out. His chainsaw was at the end. He was teased. He was all good and ready to go, but the license issues kicked in. So they had to remove him, and he got replaced last minute by the Joker. That's who replaced him. Why you think Joker came out looking completely young and unfinished at that time? They just needed to hurry up and get his render out. Why you think they were drip feeding us characters? You would get one character at a time, which gave them the amount of months that they needed to continue to work on the unfinished characters. And then by the time they got to the last pack, they just kind of gave us all those characters all at the same time. So that comes to show that they were behind. It was not their fault at all because they were banking on Ash being able to be in the game because that's what a lot of people wanted to see, but unfortunately it did not get to happen, you know. So things turned out pretty good though, because Joker did end up turning to be a pretty good character, but they had to work on so many of his moves. I'm talking about people were pulling overtime to make this happen. The design team was working overtime to make that happen, and that's why Joker ended up developing, you know, his character ended up developing over the life cycle, and by the time he came out, his moves and everything were ready. But we both know from that trailer that Joker was looking pretty young. He was not done. I think we all can agree that his character model was not done. But the fact that we didn't get Ash Williams was pretty upsetting. That's because the people who own the rights to Ash was asking for just a little too much that Warner Brothers was not willing to pay at all. But I will tell you this. I will tell you that when it comes to guest characters, we will be getting a good guest character, which is Michael Myers. We're going to talk about that briefly here in a second. And don't worry, I got some info for you, so you want to stay tuned for that also. Now, I'm getting ready to pop something up here on your screen because I want you to pay attention to this and I want you to see this. And also I like making sure that I put some details in front of you so it's easier to follow. As you can see here, this is Kombat Pack 3. You can see Frost, Shang Tsung, who is that? You got Nightwolf, you got Terminator, you got Shiva, you got Sindel, Fujin, and you got Ash. Look at the bottom, it says Ash, right? So Ash was meant to be in the game. Don't let anybody tell you different. He was meant to be in the game. So I just wanted to show you that that's what it was supposed to be, that what was going to happen, but it did not happen. Now, rumor has it that they solved their licensing issues with the Ash situation and that he will be appearing in Mortal Kombat 12. Now, that part I cannot confirm or deny, but according to my source, he will be in Mortal Kombat 12. But personal opinion, I don't think so. I feel like if the deal went sour already, it's probably unsalvageable at this time, and they can spend that money on getting someone else. So that was my whole point for bringing that up. Just wanted to show you proof that Ash was supposed to be in the game at one point. Now, let me go ahead and take that off your screen, and let's talk about the guest character for Mortal Kombat 12, which is supposed to be Michael Myers. Now, I did make a video, and it's on my channel. It's called Mortal Kombat 12 Michael Myers, so you want to check that out. Just go on my page, look for it. It will be there. He was rumored to be in Mortal Kombat 11 at 1.2. There was a screenshot that leaked, but I'm not sure if that was debunked or not, so don't quote me on that, but I did cover that a while back. Now, everything lines up for Mortal Kombat 12 for Michael Myers. There's a new movie coming out. It's called Halloween Kills. That's the name of it, or Halloween Ends. I think it's the name of the Michael Myers movie. Give me 1 second. New Michael Myers movie. I'm gonna pull this up real quick, and the name of that one is supposed to be, let's see, the sequel is gonna be Halloween Ends. That's gonna be the name of it. That movie comes out and hits theaters October 14th 2022. Now I'm gonna do something else here. Let me see. Mortal Kombat 30-year anniversary. Now, the 30-year anniversary for that is going to be, let's see, where is this date? Give me a second here, guys. I'm actually doing this in real time, so let's see what I can get here. I know that's it's definitely coming up. Let's see. Ed Boon speaks on Scorpion, in a tweet. Okay. Mortal Kombat will be 30 years old in 2022, but 2021 marks 30 years since we actually began working on the game to celebrate. It seemed like a fun date to share some behind the scenes, and he basically shared some behind the scenes stuff on Twitter. That's basically what he did. So with that being said, you have the 30-year anniversary that's coming up. On top of having the 30-year anniversary coming up, you have that new Michael Myers movie coming out, or whatever the case is, that date that I just gave you and stuff. So with that being said, you can only expect Michael Myers to be a DLC character if the game is out already at that point. I personally don't think it's going to come out until 2023 or whatever, but it's possible it can come out in 2022 with Injustice releasing not too far behind it. So Michael Myers being in Mortal Kombat 12 is a massive possibility, because look how great that promotion would be. Mortal Kombat 12 comes out. Michael Myers is a part of one of the combat packs. Mortal Kombat is a brand new game. Halloween is a brand new movie in theaters. It would just all fit so perfect. Now, if you go watch the Mortal Kombat leak video, I did tell you what his movesets were going to be. I obtained that information from my source, and I told you what his fatalities were going to be, and his freaking end scene where he will be standing in a window as his wind tunnel. So you want to go check out that video. It's very detailed. Now let's get back on track here. I'm going to go ahead and slap something else up here on your screen. And for those of you that were patient with me, I really appreciate you being patient while I was looking up that information on my phone. Again, I'm doing this in real time. I'm not reading off a script at all. We don't do that here. Now, so let me go ahead and pop this here on your screen, and I'm going to block out a part. Okay, so you see this here, teleport locations. You have discovered the Living Forest portal. You have discovered the Living Forest monster. So with that being said, there are going to be a lot of secrets in the Krypt of Mortal Kombat 12. You have to discover the Living Forest monster, and if you can defeat the monster, you can get coins, you can get rare artifacts, and you can get to the next part of the Living Forest. You know those big spiders that was in Devore's area? Well, you're going to have monsters even bigger than that. They are looking to push this beyond what you can imagine. So that is the first proof of the Living Forest and the living monster that I wanted to bring to your attention. I want you to get in the comment section. I want you to put the number 3230 so you can respond directly to this part. How do you feel about a Living Forest monster, or just the Living Forest in general? And yes, the Living Forest also will be confirmed as a playable stage. So for those of you thinking we won't be getting that stage, we will be getting that stage. You just have to interact with the Living Forest in a numerous amount of ways, as well as burying stuff, finding stuff, and another part we're going to talk about is feeding the tree, but we're going to get into that just a little bit later. Now, so hopefully you're caught up on this documentary and you're starting to see where I'm going with this. I'm providing as much credibility as possible. Mind you, data mines are never wrong because it's just data that's being extracted from the game itself. So that's why I wanted to put that there, so you can kind of see, hey, this guy is the real deal. He knows what he's talking about, and he's just basically doing all of the research for me. I don't have to do it, which is a great reason why you should subscribe and turn on post notifications, as I am your #1 source for daily Mortal Kombat content. And just remember, if I miss a day of uploading, that's because I'm working on a banger documentary like this one, and it literally takes me an entire day to get it edited, to get it exported, and to get it uploaded to YouTube. So that's that there. But this whole living forest situation, I'm told this is going to be a huge forest. Like, the ideas that they have for this map is going to be large, and NRS is excited for people to be able to run around and kind of explore these things together, which would lead into co-op conquest. In this Krypt mode, like I said, you can do activities together, as such as opening up traps together, hiding stuff together, and planting traps to protect your items. So I'm definitely expecting some information on Mortal Kombat 12 by at least February of 2022. We're going to be getting some information. And like I said, you Injustice fans, don't worry, Injustice fans, because your game will eventually come back. And like I said, I don't see a problem with Injustice and Mortal Kombat launching at the same time. It's from the same company. I really don't care about the games competing with each other's number wise, because we're still going to buy it regardless. So I can see how Warner Brothers don't want Injustice to get outshined by Mortal Kombat, but at the same time, you got to get the fans what they want. And plus, y'all owe us a game. Y'all either gonna give us Injustice 3, or y'all gonna have to run us that Fade. One or the other. The choice is yours. Now let me go ahead and pop this up here on your screen too. As you can see here, it said you discovered the living forest portal. We talked about that. Now you can see here, bury item. Items get better the longer they are buried. They also become visible. Apply traps to prevent other players from stealing your items. Traps applied. It's going to tell you how much it's going to cost. You can confirm, cancel, how many minutes and how many hours, things of that nature. So I hope y'all paying attention, because I'm really giving y'all some gems here. I'm giving y'all some really good gems. So I'm super excited for this, and I will be burying a lot of items so they can grow in value. And I do look forward to setting people up so they can try to get my stuff, and then they can get caught in one of my traps. And you will be notified when somebody get caught in your traps. Also, you'll get a little notification if you don't get some type of visual confirmation and stuff. So like I said, I'm truly looking forward to see how this is going to play out here. So hey, I'm excited. Again, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button, turn on post notifications so you can become a family member of the #1 exclusive place and for daily Mortal Kombat content. Now, I do want y'all to hop in the comment section really quick and tell me, how do you feel about this here, about this burying stuff in the Krypt? You can use the numbers 3654 and you can tag this part. I do want y'all to be interactive. If you're watching this live as a premiere, then you can go ahead and just start commenting. 9 times out of 10, I am in the audience replying to comments, and I am, kind of engaging with people. And for those of you that are watching this live, if you would like to send a super chat, that would be fantastic to support the channel. Go ahead and get your super chat on. And if you're not watching this live and you're watching a run back, you can click the button called Super Thanks. It's right under the video. It's called Super Thanks, and you can do a super thanks by sending some money to the channel. That would be fantastic. I do appreciate you guys. Now, do not forget, merch is available. You can click on my page and go over to the store tab and buy some Mortal Kombat content. I am working on new Mortal Kombat items, but I do have a 12K book bag, but we are on 14K now. So you want to get that book bag ASAP, because I will be taking it down. It is outdated. Now, let's get back on track here. So basically, what's going to happen, especially with customization, is being able to use all the things that we want to use, being able to buy knives and things that will fit. Now, I am told some characters will be able to switch weapons depending on how many weapons that they had from their lore. Like, for example, Kai will be in the game. Kai had Raiden's staff. Kai had a graka. I just like saying it like that, a graka knife, even though that's not what it's called, but that's just the way I pronounce it. And he had a few other weapons also. Now, for those of you that don't know, the collector actually has Kai's weapons as his own in Mortal Kombat 11. So that is a fun fact for those of you that don't know. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and drop another fun fact on you guys too, since we're giving you all of this knowledge. Jack's original name was Curtis Stryker. The character Jackson Briggs' original name was Curtis Stryker, but the name Curtis Stryker ended up going to Stryker, and Jax ended up with the names Jax. So I just kind of wanted to put that out there for you. And hold on, I'll give you one more since I'm having so much fun with this. And Ninra comes from a Japanese culture. It is a monster. That's what it is. So you may want to check out the Lore of Combat episode about smoke. I really dig into it. I have a lot of proof, evidence, and Japanese cultural proof that shows what they're going to be doing with the smoke character and why he's going to be one of the top tier characters in Mortal Kombat 12. So checking out my other videos is very informative and it's good for your health. So let's get back to these data mines. Let me pop this up here on your screen. Now, as you can see this here, this item could be trapped. Do you want to use a trap diffuser? Okay, use diffuser. You got a fabulous reward. You got a scorpion spear, you got Shao Kahn's hammer. You fed the tree a chunk of flesh. You fed the tree enough chunks of flesh to advance to the next part. You got quantities, you got type, you found the key, you need a key. Your buried item was unearthed by someone else. Someone has triggered the trap on your burial. You can't bury an item here. It's too close to something else. You can't bury any more items. You buried too many items. You got some blue seeds. So we got a lot to get into here. So basically, we're going to go ahead and start. We're going to go ahead and start up here. Now, before I say this, let's do this here. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and cover up the rest of this so we can kind of focus here. That's what we're going to do. Give me a quick second. All right, screw it. We're going to leave it the way it is. You already saw it, so we're going to get into it. So let's start here. The item, do you want to use a trap diffuser? A trap diffuser is an item that we're going to need to diffuse traps that other people put on their items. That's short, plain, and simple. That right there is going to cost you. Now, you got a fabulous reward, I promise. So that's another thing for the Krypt reward system. You got Scorpion Spear. We already know about that. You got Shao Kahn's hammer. We already have that in Mortal Kombat 11. We had that. You fed the tree. This was not in Mortal Kombat 11. Chunks of flesh, as I just said. So once you feed the tree enough chunks of flesh, you can advance to another part, which is fantastic within itself. So I just love how they got all of these things kind of going on here. You know, and then about needing a key and your buried was unearthed by someone else. Let's focus on that part for a second. Your buried item was unearthed by someone else. So for those of you saying co-op would never, the Krypt would never be co-op, it's for one player only. Then well, how the hell was your item unearthed by someone else? Who is someone else? Last time I checked, someone else is a person. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that fact to you here. Now, this part here, someone has triggered the trap on your buried item. Someone again. So that means someone is in the same area as you or has visited the same area as you at one point in time in order for them to bury the trap, which means you have to be on the same server. Now, you can't bury an item here. It's too close to something else. You already buried something, so they really are digging super deep into this. You cannot bury any more items. You buried too many items. That is a possibility too. You got some blue seeds. Now, I'm still waiting on information from my source as to what these seeds are gonna do. So I have no idea as to what the hell the blue seeds thing is. I could not begin to tell you what you can do with blue seeds. So you out of luck on that one. But hey, like this video, get it up to a good amount of likes, and I will be putting out a part 2 as soon as I get that information. So, all right, now that I kind of showed you all of that, hopefully you're kind of sold on Mortal Kombat 12. I promise I do not work for NRS. Wish I did. I will have a lot of ideas for them. But this is the reason why I know even if the story mode is not good, we're going to have a really good Krypt mode. I always loved Krypt. I love gifts. I love the surprises. I just love beating the Krypt and being able to unlock everything. But now that since the Krypt is based on online, you'll never really finish the Krypt because there'll always be new clothes to add to the store. There'll always be new clothes to find, new points, new augments, new things, new towers, all types of stuff and everything. And I think it's gonna be fantastic. And mind, check this out. Mortal Kombat 11 has been out since 2019, and people have just recently found that there was a secret cheat code for one of the towers that allows you to challenge to get rare skins. So if they were able to hide that for a very long time, imagine what they're going to be doing with 12. I can tell you this, NRS is going back to their roots. Now, I spoke on story mode. Let me speak on that just a little further. Speaking on story mode just a little further, I just know, in my opinion, it's going to be good. It's going to be like the Armageddon of all games because we're going to be doing a lot of time jumping. Now, I am working on a new documentary. It's called Liu Kang's Great Mistake. It's a documentary about the story mode of Mortal Kombat 12. I'm going to be using some proof pieces and things to help, you know, get the narrative together for that. So you definitely want to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you can stay tuned for that documentary. Again, if you're new and you somehow made it to the 44th minute of this documentary without watching the other part, you need to go check out all the rest of my documentaries. Now, I do have new series coming, such as Top 10 Villains and Top 10 Heroes. That's coming, and also I am moving over into Marvel content. So I will be doing the Lore of Combat Season 2, Episode 1, which is Storm. That's going to be coming out very soon, if it's not out already. So this channel will continue to expand. Now that I've done all of that self-promotion, we're going to go ahead and get back on track. Now, when I tell you there's a lot in store, I can't even go through all of the stuff that I have because it's so much. I just really have to take my time to get this stuff out and everything. But it's a lot of exciting stuff, I promise you. So yeah, I'm about to go ahead and put this up here on your screen. Let's see. Let me hit that button, hit this button, and launch. Okay, so this what you see here on your screen right here. You got a fabulous reward. You got the spear, blah, 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 was unearthed by somebody else. You got green seeds. You got orange seeds. You got red seeds. There was an error connected to the server. Remove blindfold. Now, as you can see, these seeds here, again, I do not remember these seeds being in Mortal Kombat 11. You can correct me if you want. So I'm going to put this up here to kind of block the rest so you can know where to focus. Now, even though we kind of talked about this and went over it already, I'm here to tell you that feeding that tree, it's going to get you some rewards. It's going to get you one of those PlayStation trophies and things of that nature. So that's really what I wanted to point out to you here. I really don't have too much to add on to this part. So I'm just going to kind of take this into a little something else. And what I mean by a little something else, let's talk about how big this roster is going to be for Mortal Kombat 12. The roster is going to be huge, small, but huge at the same time. Think about all the technology that they got. They got tons of technology now. And by having all of this technology, this clearly allows them to use these characters in very unique ways that they were not able to use before. And that right there is my favorite part, because now we're going to be getting a lot of returning characters. Not only will we get a lot of returning characters, some characters are going to have to take a break. So you can expect to not see certain characters. Like, you can expect not to see Baraka. You can expect to not see Rain. You can expect to not see characters that's been around for a very long time. Honestly, if you ask me, I think they should just leave all the characters on the roster and just add to it. That's always a great idea there. But, you know, like they said, it's a revolving door. You gotta, you know, let some characters get a break so other ones can breathe. So characters that we will be seeing, according to my source, is, as I mentioned before, we will be seeing Serena, we will be seeing Kai, we will be seeing Smoke, we will be seeing Cyrex, we will be seeing Aramac, we will be seeing a number of characters that we have not seen in a while. And I think that's going to make a lot of people excited. Do I see them bringing back Tanya? I don't see that happening because she literally was just in a game. But there are rumors for them to bring back Quan Chi. Speaking of Quan Chi, if you have not checked out my Shinnok 1 hour documentary, I actually show you proof that that Quan Chi is still alive, and that's confirmed in game by Raiden. So you definitely want to go and check that out, because Shinnok and Quan Chi, Cetrion, and his mother are all up to no good. So it's a good watch if you haven't watched it already. But if you have not seen my roster video, where I give you guys the entire roster that's going to be in there, I have 2 roster videos. Number 1 is called Leak Roster. Number 2 is another MK12 video. Can't think of the name of it right offhand, but of course just click videos on my page and you will be able to go there and be able to watch all of that great content. So with that being said, I just want you to know that there's tons of stuff coming down the pipeline, and they will be borrowing from Injustice. They will be borrowing from Injustice a lot. So expect to see a lot of properties from Injustice, like items and assets, pop up in Mortal Kombat 12. So that is what's going to be happening in that area. Now, with that being said, I do love the fact that they had so much extra time to work on Mortal Kombat 12. There's nothing like a company having extra time to work on something, because it allows them to rebuild systems. They don't have to stick to a time cycle. And the biggest problem for Ed Boon is that anytime time was on the table, he never had enough time to do what he wanted to do. For example, I'll give you guys some more gems. Ed Boon, when he created Natara, when his team created Natara, they created a male ninja. Not a male ninja, sorry. That's false information. He created a male vampire who was supposed to be in the game. Now, he did not make the game, unfortunately. Same thing with Kai. Kai was supposed to be in, I believe it was Deadly Alliance, but he did not make the game, unfortunately. And he was supposed to be in Mortal Kombat X. He did not make the game, unfortunately. Same thing with Serena. She was supposed to be in a few games. She did not make the game. And all of that was due to time constraints, time issues. They were not able to do that. Now, I will tell you also that we're expected to see new characters such as the Elder Demons. And the Elder Demons are basically the opposite of the Elder Gods. At least that's what I'm being told. Now, I'm supposed to make a video on this. I had just not had time to do that. But I promise you, I am going to get around to getting that drop. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pop this back up here on your screen too, to show you the next part of this and try to dig into it just a little bit more or whatever. So let me hit this button here and voila. So you can see this here on your screen where it says you need a key. Now, the fact that you can find a key is the part that amazed me, because if you remember in Armageddon, you had to run around, do side missions, and if you knock an old lady out, you can find a key to break in her house, and you can steal her family's fortune, which was a treasure chest full of coins. So I truly do believe that they're going to be bringing back the whole conquest mode. Conquest was just so much fun and unpredictable, because you can go around, talk to random people. You got to experience all the realms. You kind of got the vibes of the game, which is fantastic, and a lot of people just love being able to explore. Also, anytime you can get somebody to play your game longer, that's always great from a company standpoint. That's just always fantastic, because I'll tell you this, Mortal Kombat 11 has sold millions of copies. It is the best-selling Mortal Kombat game. It's done fantastic, and it's that way for a reason, because the franchise always seems to outdo itself. And Mortal Kombat 11 had a way bigger budget then Mortal Kombat X did, and it came out fantastically. Now, we had the Mortal Kombat movie that came out, and as mentioned too, that did a fantastic job. So of course the budget for the game is going to get increased. Also, a Mortal Kombat universe is opening up, so us finding a key that allows us to explore the universe from within the game is just amazing all within itself. So I'm definitely looking forward to everything that's to come. I'm just lost for words at this point, and I'm just ready. I'm ready to skip a few months forward so I can unwrap this game and play it. But I will tell you this too. If you guys were wondering what's taking so long, I'm willing to bet money that people not having access to a PlayStation or one of the new Xboxes that came out has a lot to do with it. Because what's the point of releasing a game on a new system if the majority of people don't have it? So it only makes sense for you to release it on PS4 because everybody and their grandmama has a PS4 or can easily access one. Well, probably not now, because now they're selling for more than the PlayStation 5 at this point. You know, but you get my drift. So I'm definitely convinced that we will be getting Mortal Kombat 12 on PS5, but I think that's going to come a little later because now companies are finding out how to get more out of the game. For example, look how long Grand Theft Auto has been around, and Grand Theft Auto is coming out with the enhanced edition for PS5 is what they're coming out with. Think about Mortal Kombat 12 or Mortal Kombat 11, the enhanced edition, and look how Grand Theft Auto is enhancing their old catalog. They're still making money off games that were created years ago. That was never possible before. So you can expect Mortal Kombat to take that same route. Resident Evil has already took that same route, and I just know we got a lot coming our way. So if you're not a gamer, what a time to be alive as a gamer. What a time to be alive. Also, for those of you that don't know, I do have a Discord for Mortal Kombat fans. So the Discord link will be in the comment section below, and you can click on it and join the Discord, and we can talk Mortal Kombat all day. You know, I am building a community, so expect it to build over time with a lot of people. That at least that's what the goal is. So I will have more leaks for you coming up. So if you subscribe to the channel, don't worry, I'm not going to disappear on you for 6 months and then come back on a video and disappear for another 6 months. No, we're not doing that. We don't do that over here. We provide as much daily content as possible, and that's just the way it's going to stay. Now, when it comes to this co-op part of the Krypt, because I didn't really speak on that too much, being able to interact with other people is definitely a great idea, because after coming from the worldwide thing that we all had to deal with that I won't name here on YouTube, just seeing other people and being able to interact with other people, even if it's in video game format, is very important for the mental health of a lot of people and stuff, you know. And being able to do some being able to do some video game therapy is always recommended. So for you guys out there who are wondering if MK12 is going to be a thing, it's definitely going to be a thing. At this point, it's damn near guaranteed. The way Mortal Kombat 11 sold, the way they handled the guest characters, the rollout, everything worked in their benefit. Even the leaks, even everything getting leaked, the fans were extremely excited by the time that trailer did come out with Melina, Rambo, and Rain. And I'll tell you this, Melina is a whole nother story along wells with Rain as to why she was in the game. She was never meant to be in it. But let me pop this up here on your screen really quick, and we're gonna go over this just a little bit more. Now, as you can see here, you cannot bury any more items. You buried too many items. So I know I read this already, but I kind of wanted to go into more details about it. Someone has triggered the trap on your buried item. So being able to set traps on people, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some type of scorekeeper on how you can, how many people you killed, how many traps you set off, how many items you collected. I'm pretty sure that's gonna play a role in your character being able to have an experience status, you know. So that's super dope, and I really do appreciate the fact that they really out here allowing us to enjoy this game in such high quality. So I don't care what amount of money they're charging for this, I'm gonna buy it. Now, I did hear a rumor that the pre-order character was going to be Onaga. He was going to be the pre-order bonus. I don't know how true that is yet, but we are going to see. I'll tell you another fun fact too. Shang Tsung was supposed to be in the original Mortal Kombat story, but due to some things that had happened, he got pushed off the DLC. He was supposed to be on the roster originally also. So that is confirmed. That is a fact right there. You do some research, you'll be able to find that. So Shang Tsung was always going to be a large part of the story. He was able to continue his story as Aftermath. Now, I will tell you that Aftermath was such a mega and huge success, to the point that, according to my source, NRS is looking to continue both Aftermath endings. We're both living in 2 different endings all at one time. Now, I will tell you that your favorite characters will be coming, such as Havoc. You can expect to see Havoc. He's highly requested. Now, a lot of y'all that requested Melina, she was never supposed to be in Mortal Kombat 11, but due to high stand demand, not fan demand, stand demand, she made the cut of the game. Now, I will tell you this too. Melina is in the studio recording. She's in the studio recording. This is facts. I will be making a video on this with proof. She is back at NetherRealm Studios recording. I wonder what project is she recording for. Now, to the best of my knowledge, she did provide her voice for Injustice, but she also provided her voice for, of course, Melina. So that's going to be very interesting to see. As far as Melina being in Mortal Kombat 12 at this point, you kind of have to put her in almost every game because the fans are going to request her. Now, she did bring in a ton of money for NRS when she was released. She brought in a buku of money, and I just honestly do not see Ed Boon refusing to respond to a buku of money or whatever the case is. So I don't see him not responding to it. Everything. So really quick, guys, quick recap. Today we basically talked about co-op mode. We talked about data mines and how important they are, and how those are actually factual. Those are not made up things. Data mines have never been wrong. And if those of you don't know what a data mine is information that comes from within the game files itself. You know, shout out to the person who took their time out to get the data mining going on, whether it's the thiny or whether it's from the video that I showed you on the screen of Cassie digging into the ground and doing all of the other weird stuff that she were doing and stuff. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to bring this video to you and kind of talk Mortal Kombat with you, and I truly appreciate you watching all the way to the end, you know. So I want to pass this question off to you guys in the comment section below. Was this a good video? Did you enjoy watching this all the way through? Should I continue to make hour-long documentaries? That's what I want to know. So get in the comment section and answer those questions. And until next time, I will see you wonderful people later. Go ahead and drop my outro. I'm out, y'all. Be sure to check out these other videos here on your screen, and be sure to check our page for our other 1 hour long documentaries. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching.